Paging Shannon Sharpe. LeBron's return to the court was spoiled this weekend by the Bulls, who blew out LA 146-115. Shay, just checking in on a friend.
They didn't play no defense. You can't let a team score 70 points in the paint. You can't let a team shoot the three like they shot it. I mean, nobody played defense. Luka got blown by. AR got blown by. LeBron just coming back from the injury, so he's going to get blown by. They played terrible defense. And I think J.J. Redick spoke to it. When you play defense like they played, you get 146 hung on you. So who's surprised by that? You let a team that's not that big score 70 points in the paint. Kobe White looked like Kobe Bryant, rest his soul. Bezelas look like Larry Bird. I ain't worried, though. Do I look worried?
You actually do.
No.
You actually do look a little worried. You actually do look a little worried. Shannon, let me point something out. Do you know that with Luka and LeBron on the court together, they shot 55% from the field and still got outscored by 13? Did you know that?
Yeah, because the other team shot 70.
I'm just bringing that up to point out. That team that did that to them was the Chicago Bulls. Not Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. Not even Derrick Rose's Chicago Bulls. This is the Chicago Bulls. I mean, it wasn't Oklahoma City now. It wasn't Denver. It wasn't Houston. It wasn't somebody like that. It was the Chicago Bulls of 2025. Okay. I'm just saying, okay.
Even an alley cat will find a whole chicken in the trash every once in a while. He ain't gonna always eat scraps. Sometimes even the best chef might burn something and throw it in the trash.
Hey, Shannon. KFC, UFC, OKC, Thunder 5.
Lakers in 5. All right. I'm trying to save you, Stephen A. I'm trying to save you from yourself.
Hey, listen. You don't have to worry about me, because, Booze, this man don't know me well enough. Where I want to be in June. I mean, come on now, I ain't rooting against the Lakers. Everybody, listen, Rob Pelinka rolled up on me at the Lakers game a couple of weeks ago. He like, we know you root for us. We know where you want to be in June. I said, you're damn right. I ain't apologizing for nobody. Everybody know my dream matchup is the Lakers versus Miami, strictly for social reasons. Obviously, the Miami Heat ain't going to be able to do that for me this year, okay? But I'm still holding out hope for the Lakers. I'm still holding out hope.
That's their biggest concern. Great job, though, by the way. I like that. Everyone wants to be in L.A. in June. But
damn right.
The biggest concern with the Lakers team is their defense. They got two of the most cerebral guys with the ball in their hand, in Luka and Bron. But can they get stops come playoff time? That's the biggest concern.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. We know who could pose a problem, the Nuggets. They took down the Rockets 116-111 on Sunday night to snap Houston's 9-game winning streak. Jamal Murray scored 39 with Jokic out for his 4th straight game. Denver is now 2-2 without their star big man on the court after the win. The Nuggets sit 1 game behind the Rockets for the number 2 seed in the West. Denver has 10 games remaining this season and has the easiest remaining schedule of any team in the Western Conference, according to our analytics at ESPN. Stephen A., how many teams are you taking over the Nuggets in the West?
2. I would tell you Oklahoma City, obviously, and the Lakers. I think that when you look, listen, all kidding aside, I'm not as concerned about the Lakers' defense as they gave us reason to believe because of their horrific performance against Chicago. Remember, it was their seventh game in 10 days. And Hachimura and LeBron was back in the lineup together. And so you're talking about them getting themselves reacclimated. LeBron getting reacclimated with Luka on the court. Luka not being able to rely on him to do but so much defensively, because that ain't what he's there for. And the rest of their personnel obviously had a bad game. But we can't summarily dismiss what we've seen from the Lakers defensively over the last 3 months, where they've been the best defensive, one of the top 2 defensive teams in all of basketball. And so I see that, and I see Denver's lack of depth as problematic, Bulls, Shay. That's how I feel about Denver when it comes to the Lakers. OKC is just elite. Now, I saw Denver get spanked by them on a Sunday and then turn around and beat them that Monday. So we understand what Denver is capable of in a night-in, night-out basis. With Jokic and Jamal Murray, who I don't care what anybody say, talk about he's not an all-star. He's just a stud and a champion. I'm talking about Jamal Murray. That brother, particularly in big games, I believe in him, and I believe he's going to show up. So I can't dismiss that. I can't dismiss Porter Jr., can't dismiss Aaron Gordon. I like Braun. I can't stop raving about Russell Westbrook and the job that he has done for them as an Energizer Bunny coming off the bench. But I just think that at the end of the day, their absence of depth compared to what they had during their championship season is going to come back to plague them. It did against Minnesota in the Western Conference semifinals last year. I believe it would this year, and that's why I say OKC, LA, those are the teams that I have over Denver, but nobody else.
Healthy, they got a chance to mess up a lot of Western Conference brackets when we get to that. Obviously, Oklahoma City, they got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's an MVP candidate. They're surrounded by great defensive players. They hit big shots. They've been proven over the course of the season to be the best team in the Western Conference. My second team might surprise you. It's the Houston Rockets. Ime Udoka is the coach of the year. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody wants to talk about Cleveland. He was gifted a team that already had all-stars on it. I would take Bickerstaff in Detroit because nobody expected Detroit to be in the top 7, top 8 in the Eastern Conference. But the Houston Rockets started from scratch during the second seed. They play defense. They got a stud in Jalen Green averaging almost 22 points a game. Sengun's averaging 20, 10, and 5 as a big man doing like baby Jokic type moves. They're playing solid defense. They're young. They don't care who's in front of them. They'll play anybody in a 7-game series. I got Houston and OKC just a little bit above the Denver Nuggets. But I also will say this too. Scary teams, Lakers, if they're playing good defense and both those guys are healthy. Clippers, great job over there by the coaching staff. And Kawhi could be obviously the X factor there. And the Golden State Warriors if they're healthy.
Nah, I'm gonna have to push back, Booz. You talking about you buying? I ain't know you had made that kind of NBA money. You talking about you buying the Rockets? I ain't know Tillman had them for sale either.
He made a lot of money.
I know that.
He made a lot of money.
I know he did, but I know Tillman Fertitta personally, so he should have gave me the heads up if he's looking to sell the Rocket. I could have got Booz. Me and Booz could have went in on it. But with that being said, there's no way the Houston Rockets are beating the Denver Nuggets. Did you see Jamal Murray? And Jamal Murray is more than capable of this. He has to defer because he's playing along the best player in the NBA. So he defers a lot of his game. But you see, when Jokic is not on the court and he gets the green light, a la Kobe. We saw Kobe when Shaq was out. We saw Kobe do just what Jamal Murray did, which gave us the assurance if Shaq ever moved on, Kobe could definitely be the guy that can lead a team. And Jamal Murray is just like that. If he's in the Eastern Conference, he's an all-star. But in the Western Conference, where you got Ant-Man and you got Steph Curry and you got Shai Gilgeous and Luka, it's going to be very, very difficult for Mr. Murray to make an all-star team. I believe he'd have an easier road if he was in the East, even though Brunson and some of the other guys are over there. But with that being said, I got the OKC Thunder and I got the Lakers. That's the only two teams that I believe in a 7-game series could beat the Denver Nuggets.
I definitely got Ime Udoka as a candidate for Coach of the Year. I definitely have him as a candidate. I don't have him as a leader. I got JB Bickerstaff and the job that he's done in Detroit.
Bickerstaff.
But you got to remember, Ime did a job in turning them around last year, even though they didn't get into the postseason. This year, he's been absolutely exceptional, reminding us that Boston would be champions if he was still there. So I definitely give him some respect where it's due. And I know Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks is on the squad, but I just still feel like a piece is missing when you talk about them going up against the juggernaut that is OKC or the combination of Luka and LeBron in a best of 7 series, a best 4-7 series, you know, or even Denver with Jokic and Murray. I think that experience, Booz, you know this better than me, but I think that experience comes into play and it can't be ignored.
I agree with you. I'm only worried about the depth of the Denver Nuggets. I love what Russell's doing off that bench, being an Energizer Bunny, coming in and getting everybody involved in that second group and even finishing some games. But they've lost some pieces on that bench.
Yeah. All right, got to leave it there, guys. Got to hit the top of the hour.
I want to try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here,